ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Silver Dollar Speedway, and tonight we are going to be kicking off the 70th annual Gold Cup Race of Champions. So we got 34 410 sprint cars spread across the Silver Dollar Speedway pit area. In the format for the Gold Cup, they split the field into Thursday and Friday night. So half of us are gonna run today, the other half are gonna run tomorrow. In total, I think they had 68 entries, so 34 on each night. And this is not standard high limit format, not standard outlaw format. You're actually gonna qualify. You all qualify against each other, and then I think you do a 6-car invert in the heat races, and it's all points accumulation. Then there's also an invert in the A main event, and they're gonna take the high point earners after tonight, after tomorrow night. Those guys will be sitting good. Maybe there's even a bonus too if you win the feature. So kind of similar to any ordeal, right? You got to do as well as you can, but you also got to be consistent every time you hit the track. So the main goal, just do all we can and try to put together a solid night. Silver Dollar is a place that I do have laps at. This is my 3rd Gold Cup, but it's also a tricky race because the surface here is so unpredictable. I've seen it, wet, fast, rough, and choppy. I've also seen this place slick to a massive cushion, or sometimes the cushion will just push right over the top and you kind of can run anywhere. So you have to be prepared for everything and be able to make adjustments on the fly with your race car. Anyway, in just a little bit, we're gonna have drivers meeting, then we're gonna have a tough prelim night to start the Gold Cup. Our goal though, like I said, show speed, work on our race car, try to put together the whole package so we can be sitting good for the rest of the weekend. Alright, so Gold Cup is underway. We went out right in the middle in qualifying, and we ended up finishing right about dead smack in the middle. 16th quick out of 33 cars. I told you this racetrack, it's tough, and it proved to be that way. And what's interesting is when Gold Cup rolls around, it's not like any of the weekly shows you run here. They kind of prep it differently. There's no support classes. It's in the middle of summer. And man, it quickly rolled in hot laps, went out and qualified, and the racetrack was, it was fast. The top few cars were in the 11-second bracket, and then I'm talking 4th, I think, through 20th is all within 3/10. So we ended up 16th, and now that is gonna start us 3rd in our heat race. They did a 6-car invert, and I think there's passing points, or maybe there's just finishing points, but regardless, you need to move forward. They did just head out there and work the bottom of the track. No one was really running down there for qualifying, so hopefully that kind of brings in another lane for these heats. Guys could kind of run through the bottom, the middle, and the top, because we're gonna need to pass. And with us being on row 2, we really need to try to get towards the top 2 or win this heat to kind of gain some points back after not getting everything we needed in qualifying. But as far as changes with our race car, we're going to try to free it up a little bit. Like I mentioned, just felt so tight throughout my 2 laps. I needed too much wheel spin. You're as in control as you would like to be, and then you kind of hit the curb and it does different things. So we're going to try to get the race car a little bit more stable in that sense and work on that here for this upcoming heat. So after the heat race, I was so frustrated, I didn't even want to talk about it. Went up and looked at the racetrack, talked with my team, you know, just how we can make our car better, get me more comfortable, and now we're in a must transfer situation through the B main event, rolling off from 4th. So a night and day difference there from the heat to the B main event, and I think some of it was just feeling more comfortable, running some better laps, just racing smarter. So we transferred, we started 4th, finished 2nd. That's going to put us in the show. Feels good that we're in. Man, it's easy how fast things can turn into a roller coaster, like I mentioned. I mean, going backwards there in the heat and it's not feeling great, and like I said, it's just a domino effect. Like, I just didn't feel, starting on the inside, I was kind of in a bad spot and how the laps added up, and like I said, then I just wasn't racing smart. Where there in the B, I kind of, you know, I just raced smarter, kind of blocked when I needed to block, past cars, you know, was aggressive, made moves, and felt a lot better running the high side, and even a little bit kind of through the middle, and didn't have to be so dependent on the cushion. So we're going to roll off from probably 22nd here in the feature. So we have a long ways to go, but we're going to make some final changes. We only have about 8 minutes. They're about to blow the horn, so we're going to have to get back in and go, but we're going to give it all we got and try to move forward. Super quick turnaround here, rolling off 22nd. Obviously, as I've talked about, this is all points, so we got to try to pass as many cars here. Nothing else really matters besides going forward. So made some adjustments, and we don't have a lot of time, so we're just kind of getting out there.
Oh, he got a job. 24. Brad's trying to run the bottom.
So that right there perfectly summed up my A main event, and for a lot of guys a similar situation. Just hard to get going, wrong place at the wrong time, a lot of carnage. There was even more yellows than I've shown, and just made it super difficult trying to come from the back. I passed some cars, I would lose some spots, go back and forth, and eventually I ended up just finishing the race kind of a little farther up than I started.
One more lap, baby! Third place! Yeah!
They're working on the track for the rest of the weekend, but I wish I could show you the ledge that was in both corners. And how they prep Silver Dollar is direct correlation with how the track does what it does. It forms a massive curb. The bottom was kind of slime / grip all night. A lot of guys really weren't able to make speed until the feature. They finally kind of got it worked in and got it going. The middle was pretty slick. Guys were kind of throwing sliders. In the A main event, I don't even know where we finished. I think someone said we ran 18th. I don't even have really much to say about the race. I felt like 1, I never got going. 2, got involved in 1 incident. 3, I was just trying not to get crashed or be in a bad spot to end up in a wreck. There was so many double file restarts and yellows and back and forths. No one ever had a shot to race, especially when you're that far in the back. You're in just such a mess. You never really get to feel your car. You never get enough speed to get rolling. I don't know. I could keep going on and on. So just really, really frustrating, but not really sure. Like I said, I mean, the racetrack, this place is really tough. I feel like Chico's always kind of known for being a little harder on, harder on equipment in the sense that, this place being such a bull ring, guys, and especially at Gold Cup, everyone's going so hard. Like I said, that's what produces some of the yellows and some of the weird instances. Guys getting in the wall off of 4 and driving over the curb into 3 and going off into 1. It's just a difficult place, man, even for all the best guys. So I don't know. I just felt like probably got to me a little bit tonight as a driver. Just want to do so well, man, and it's just super frustrating. I felt like I was just frustrated. From qualifying kind of on, and had a good B main there. Glad we recovered, got in the show, but just sucks that I didn't feel like we had enough. We're still struggling. We're still kind of struggling and working through some stuff with our car, and it's also hard too because I feel like I can't give the right feedback when you're in the hornet's nest mess that I was in. It's hard to give much feedback from whatnot. It felt like anywhere I went was the wrong move. I went to the bottom. I should have went to the top. I went to the top. I should have went to the bottom, depending on what guys did in front of me or just how momentum shifted, and just couldn't ever catch a break.